Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. 2020 is almost over. Ready for this stupid year to be over. Dumb, bad year. Anyway, so today I'm doing a book talk on Daniel Meinhardt's book Scar Island. Scar Island is about a boy named Jonathan Grisby as he goes to Slabhenge Reformatorium for basically teaching his sister how to do something, how to start fires. He used to like to start fires, but his sister eventually started a fire that killed her, which is basically his fault. So basically, everybody believes he murdered his sister, which I guess. Yeah. So this book is now, as far as I can tell, the theme of this book is how quickly, if unopposed, power gets corrupted. Because throughout the book, like the kids at some point, it's usually very terrible with all the adults there, but eventually the adults will get struck by lightning and they all get electrocuted and they all die. So all the kids are ready. All the kids kind of take over. One establishes himself as leader, and he gets so corrupted he's even worse than like the adults were. Which he sends them to a dungeon, doesn't feed them unless they do stuff for him. Which it's all about, and it's all like sounds amazing, but then it's all like at first it sounds amazing, like yeah, but then the power he gets all corrupted. Kids get corrupted with power, which Scar Island, this is like the Lord of the Flies, kind of, which I saw that movie. I saw the movie version of it. No deaths of the kids happens, but no, it's still not good exactly. There's lots of parallels you can actually draw from there to that. Very cool. There's Jonathan, of course, who likes to start fires. He's the main character. He's a bit sad, a bit upset of what happened with his sister. There's Walter, William. It's all. Then there's Sebastian, which is basically they're the main bad guy. He's the main bad guy. He's the one who takes over basically everything. He's like the dictator of the story. And they all work together at first. Sebastian is kind of like, no, everything's good, everything's going good. But in reality, everything is terrible. Everything's bad. Basically, what ends up happening is Jonathan discovers a secret. That the whole island is going to be under the water, under ocean water very soon. So he tries to tell everybody. They don't listen to him, and then eventually, as they're like about to throw him into like a dungeon, but suddenly, the island starts to sink. Which there's like the one location, which is Scar Island, which is the Slabhenge Reformatorium. I guess there's some bedrooms, there's a library, there's a dungeon, prison cells. They all sound very bleak, cheap, and uncomfortable places to be, and entirely terrible. It's like sounds so terrible. Anyway, so I really liked this book. I really liked the cover. The cover is the island. Again, don't have any of these books. I'm doing book talks recently. The island tilted, going into the sea, which kind of I believe like maybe the island symbolizing is like the downfall of the dictatorship. No matter what, everybody loses because nobody opposes anybody. I believe like corrupted power. It shows that corrupted power leads to disaster for everybody. And at the end of the book, the kids don't even get rescued. It just ends with one of them saying, "I just want to go home. I just want to go home." And then that's where the book ends, which we can assume that they all died. They all drowned to death. Yeah. This book is honestly, it's not that long. It's kind of short, like 212 pages at most, I believe, if I'm correct. It's amazing. This book was pretty good. I do recommend it. There's William and Walter are kind of like Jonathan's best friends. However, Jonathan has to stand by his bad stuff happens to them at some points. It's just all bad. And then at the end of the book, everything just really falls apart. Everything really falls apart. There's the old man in the library with a huge rat he calls 99. or 199, I believe. No, it's strange. And he's been there for his entire life. This old guy's been there for his entire life, and he's like, I'm gonna drown on this island because I'm born here. I'm gonna stay here forever. Which no, that's cool. I like. He's probably my favorite character. 99 is this huge rat that he made by breeding other rats to make a bigger one. And he's gonna breed more. Maybe he'll get it. So he's like, maybe he'll get a bigger one. It's very nice. Believe that like new words, new knowledge. I believe even at some point Jonathan from the library Ron Johnson sometimes goes to the library. And the librarian's like, you gotta leave the library with a book. Basically what happens is Jonathan even reads Lord of the Flies in the library. He gets that and then he reads it. Which I believe, no, that's just like showing another parallel between this story and Lord of the Flies, except there's not a lot of deaths exactly. It's different. It's very probably inspired off Lord of the Flies, I would guess. I'm saying I recommend this book. I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a little short, and I wasn't as invested into it, because honestly, it's just like Lord of the Flies, except nobody wins in the end. It's just a little different. It's a lot like Lord of the Flies. I noticed a lot of similarities. Just a few differences, which make it probably worth reading, but I honestly am not going to read it as many times. Not going to read it over and over again, but I would recommend this book. All right, like, subscribe, and I know I got a thing. I'm gonna try and get that out soon. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.